Okay, this is the water meter. It's an electronic meter. The irrigation box is full of water. They've been watering this yard, trying to get it established. We had some rain, at least at my house, we had some rain last night. So I get that. The box is full. It's not unusual. Even being an electric meter, it makes it difficult to determine whether the house has a water supply leak or not. That's the water supply. That's the meter out here in the parkway between the sidewalk and the curb. And moving on along, the home faces south, so we go into the garage, to the garage north interior wall. This is the main shutoff valve to the house. This is the main shutoff valve. The parallel is on, perpendicular is off. Okay, and I think this insulation could be a little better right here because it's not going to keep your piping from freezing right here. Okay, it's just not. That's the water supply to the house. And that's the main water shutoff valve. Now, in order of the report, I'm looking for the sewer cleanouts. The sewer cleanouts, and I'm not finding any. Maybe the cleanouts are buried in the mulch. It's a break from our sponsor. Maybe they're in here somewhere. I don't know. I don't see them. I don't see main cleanouts. I do see some sewer cleanouts over here on the east side of the house. I do see two cleanouts, but I wouldn't call these the mains. He's got one right here with a hole in there. See that? That's not too good. We've got another one over here, pretty close to the kitchen. So I guess this is kind of a bathroom one. But it's in regard to a main sewer cleanout to the house, I see they've got main sewer cleanouts over here next to the exterior faucet. See that your neighbors have main sewer cleanouts. Maybe you do. Coming over here. That's where your neighbors are. Just not seeing them. All that milky water right there, is that what they are? I don't think so. I hope not. Just don't see main sewer cleanouts. The builder should show those to you, I believe. Okay. So let's go on a little farther. Let's go on the side here. This is the west side. I'm glad I did. I gotta come back and put that back. This is the drain line for the water heater pressure relief valve. It's not supposed to be farther from the ground than 6 inches or closer than 3 inches. So that terminates too high from the ground. In here, this is the same drain line. It's supposed to have a vacuum breaker. It's supposed to have a vacuum breaker in the same room with the water heater. Same room with the water heater. It doesn't have one of those. Now you can correct that by putting a safety pan in here. And it would discharge into the safety pan, and the safety pan drain line would carry on out. And that would be a reasonable way, probably the most economic way to deal with it. Oh, this is a tankless water heater, and it's not required to have a safety pan. Well, it may not be required to have a safety pan, but a safety pan would be the most practical way to address the fact that you don't have an air vapor lock in the same room, and it would meet code. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And it is a tankless water heater. Here's the data plate. And here's our flue. And it comes right on up. And you're supposed to have positive pitch. See the way this goes down right here? That's not positive pitch. Positive pitch would be going up. 90 degrees is acceptable, but that's less than 90 degrees. That's less than 90 degrees. We have a care and use manual. That's a good thing. We have a sediment trap. That's a good thing. You want to service this screen once a year. Go on YouTube, They'll tell you how to use the isolation. Because this water heater, it'll last about 15 years, can last 15 years, maybe more, okay? It can last up to 50 years if it's serviced properly. If you do not service this, you just turn this into a 5 or a 7 year water heater. That's what's happened. We're used to not servicing conventional water heaters. I get that. Our thermostat's right here in the same room with the water heater. That's our temperature, not our temperature, yeah. It's our pressure relief valve that doesn't have the air gap in it. And then when this was installed, they just bolted it right up. They just bolted it in, you're ready to go. Probably works. Probably save you some money as compared to a conventional water heater. Probably do that too. But it's going to work better and it's going to save you more money if it's dialed in. This red tape over here, that means that they never put a manometer on this. Manometer. I'll get the pronunciation right sooner or later. So they never put a manometer on this. So what did we learn? We learned that our flue is not sealed. The thimble is not sealed on the exterior wall. We learned that our pressure relief drain on the other side of the wall discharges too high from the ground. We learned that we do not have an air gap for the pressure relief valve inside the same room as the water heater. We learned that we do not have a safety pan, even though it may not be required, but it would be the most economical way to address the absence of the gap right there. We learned that we did not have a manometer installed on this. So I'm going to go back to the flue again. We learned that our flue is less than 90 degrees. Okay, it does not have positive flow going directly to the exterior.